3, 2, 1, action.
Hello and welcome back to Krystal's Corner. I'm your host, Krystal. Today, we will be discussing two books. Nickel and Dime and Scratch Beginnings. We have both authors here with us today. We are very honored studio audience and guests at home. Now, our first guest is Barbara Ehrenreich, author of Nickel and Dime.
Thank you, Krystal. So a little brief overview of my book. I did an experiment to see if the American dream was attainable if you start with absolutely nothing. And basically, it's not.
Wow, that is very depressing. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Absolutely. Well, I worked as a waitress in Key West. I worked as a Walmart employee in Minnesota and a housekeeper in Maine.
Yes, you did, Barbara. Yes, you did. Now, her depressing story, we're going to contrast that with Adam Shepard's story. His is a story of the American dream. Now, please welcome Adam Shepard, everyone.
Hi, Krystal. It's great to be here.
Good to have you, Adam. Now, can I call you Shep?
Absolutely not.
Well, gosh. That's your book. Your book. Nickel.
Scratch Beginnings.
Scratch Beginnings, yes. Me, $25, and the search for the American dream.
Right. I wrote this. Well, Barb. Can I call you Barb?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't
Barb,
call you
I read your book a couple of years ago, and I found it depressing. I thought the American dream was still alive and kicking, but according to your book, it's not. So I did my own social experiment. Went out for a year, and I proved that you can actually rise in the system.
Now, let's compare the two books. He started with $25. You started with $1,000.
Yes.
So what was your problem, Barbara?
I dare to say it's just a matter of circumstance. Maybe he had had it going a little better for him from the beginning than I did. I picked some very bad jobs with bad employers, and it was just a very tough experience. And I had to unfortunately use some of that $1,000 sometimes to get myself out of some tight spots. But can anyone really blame me?
No, Barbara, we cannot. Adam, you were in a homeless shelter.
Yes, I was.
That is very rough.
You know, it was rough, but at the same time, I'm very surprised about the kind of care that you can get in those homeless shelters. They helped me get back on my feet.
Crisis Ministries, was it?
Correct.
So, now that we've heard about both books, both experiences, we'd like to get some professional help, or should I say legislative help. From the White House, we have a special guest, Senator Blair Velasquez.
Hello, Mr. Black. How are you doing tonight, Krystal?
Good.
Hello, Senator Blair Velasquez.
Hello, Bob. I hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
She is doing well, and so am I. Now, Mr. Velasquez, Senator Velasquez, Your Highness, there is an epidemic in America, and that epidemic is homelessness and lower class living. Now, what do you think about both these books?
I'd like to begin with Nickel and Dime. I don't truly agree with the premise of your book, Miss Barbara.
Before he gets into this, can you please explain your political affiliation and where you're from?
I'm a Republican from the great state of New Jersey.
He's a Republican. Okay.
I'm a Republican, yes, that I am.
Okay.
May I continue?
Yes, sir. Please do.
As I was saying, Miss Barbara's book, it doesn't agree with the premise that I feel is still alive, which is the American dream, as evidenced in Scratch Beginnings. And, you did an excellent job, son.
Thank you
You
very
picked
much.
yourself up by your bootstraps, and you eked out a comfortable living with a reliable, realistic goal. I like it. Miss Barbara, I guess I'll start with the criticism of the book here, and that was that you had a $1,000 cushion, and you were never truly homeless. What do you make of this?
That is correct, Senator Velasquez.
Senator's trying to take my interviewing job. What do you think of this?
Well, like I was saying, no, I was never really homeless. But I do think I performed my experiment adequately. Unfortunately, in a, capitalist society, it breeds winners and losers. And in this particular case, he won and I lost.
And lose, you did. Yeah. Now, Adam, what's your view of Chef Adam? Look, Chef.
As I said, Scratch Beginnings really, it reaches down into my core. The fact that the search for the American dream turned out to be successful for this young man, it makes me feel better about our society. That's all I got to say about it.
And let me say that Adam is not the only one of his kind. He mentions other people in the book, such as a man named Eazy-E.
Easy. What a character.
Yes. Once he gave up his crack, he was able to get out of the homeless shelter. Isn't that great?
That is fantastic, Absolutely fantastic.
Excuse me, Barbara. I just wanted to ask why you laughing? This crack is a serious issue in today's society.
Crack is
homeless people.
a hell of a drug.
Right.
Indeed it is.
Now, may I please, if I may, offer one of the reasons why you may have failed in your project? See, you were assigned this from your boss, right? This is task?
Yes,
Right.
that's correct.
Right. So maybe the reason why you didn't succeed was because you didn't have the intrinsic motivation. While on the other hand, I firmly believe that the American dream is still alive. And that's why I did this project, and I came out on top, so.
Well, I actually agree with you. This was a task placed upon me by my employer, and I carried it out to the best of my abilities without putting myself in any kind of a danger or starving to death. And you acted on your own intrinsic motivation to really seek out this idea of the American dream. So I really think that's how our books differ.
So what I'm getting is you lack the passion to put effort into this project. This was almost a hobby for you. You weren't really willing to risk life and limb, as he was. As he was going to sleep outside one night. If it weren't for Sarge, who rescued him.
I'm going to cut you off right there. Now, what I want to make evident to the public is what our great senator, what policies he could enact that could possibly help the homelessness in America today.
Trying to take my job again.
Krystal, it's all for the greater good.
It is. Continue, please.
So, my fellow Republicans and I are looking at policies that would help to further the educational and parenting skills, because we feel that that is where society is breaking down at its roots, as well as increasing literacy in schools. Kids who can't read is sad. It sets them up for failure. With that, creating more incentives for companies to reach out and to help those who are less fortunate than
Now, this is one of the key pieces I really wanted to hit on.
So what's your plan then?
Well, we plan to enact some tax breaks for said companies who would reach out, begin more programs to help lift people up, help get them out of their situation. With that, increased funding to the media, those sad puppy commercials, but with a homeless spin to them. Get the message out there. And finally, just increase financing to help, government programs increase their reach and influence in this matter.
Like I said, that homeless shelter I was in, without the programs that they had, I would have never made it as well as I did.
Very true, very true. So, Senator Velasquez, thank you.
Bye.
I don't know his name. Is that it? Okay. Well, anyway, regardless of if that's it or not, you have been a guest at Krystal's Corner. The news is crystal clear to you. Okay. Bye.